All right, everybody, buckle up, because today we're diving headfirst into some pretty intense territory.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're cracking open 7 keys to the kingdom of God, and wouldn't you know it, the very first key is
Suffering.
suffering. Yeah, suffering for the sake of Christ. You might be thinking, wait, what? I mean, isn't the kingdom supposed to be all about, well, good things? We've even got a passage from Psalms here to try and make sense of it all.
Well, it's funny, right? Because you'd think the kingdom of God would be all sunshine and rainbows.
Exactly. Feasts, celebrations, angels, strumming harps, that sort of thing. But suffering, not exactly the first thing that springs to mind.
It's true, though. It's kind of a hard pill to swallow, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
as humans, our instinct is to avoid suffering at all costs.
Absolutely. So how does this whole suffering thing play into this whole kingdom idea?
It's all about perspective, really. See, in the context of faith, suffering isn't about seeking pain or wallowing in it. It's more about the potential for growth and purpose that can actually come from those difficult times.
Right, like pressure makes diamonds, right?
Exactly. You need that intense heat, that pressure to transform something rough into something beautiful and strong.
I like that. Okay, so how do we take this ancient wisdom and make it work for us in the 21st century?
Right. I mean, it's not like we're being thrown to the lions in the Colosseum anymore.
Yeah, what does suffering for Christ even look like today?
It's a great question. It's definitely more nuanced these days. Think about times when you had to stand up for your beliefs, even though it was unpopular. Or those moments when you chose to forgive someone who hurt you, even though every fiber of your being wanted to hold on to that anger. Those are examples of suffering for Christ in the 21st century.
Wow, yeah, I get it. It's about the small choices, the hard decisions that reflect our faith even when they're difficult.
Exactly.
Okay, but let's be real for a second. Where's the comfort in all of this?
That's where Psalm 34.17 comes in. It reminds us that the righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles.
Delivers them from all their troubles. That's a powerful thought right there.
It really is. And it speaks to a deeply comforting truth. God isn't some distant observer. He sees our pain, He hears our cries, and He is there to support us.
It's like that lifeline we cling to when the storms hit. So how do we actually put this into practice? How do we take this idea of suffering, this promise of God's support, and live it out every day?
Well, that's where our friend the author comes in with these practical steps for daily victorious living. They're like a bridge between the head knowledge and the actual doing.
Right, because it's one thing to understand it intellectually, but another thing entirely to put it into action.
Exactly.
So first up on the list of practical steps,
Maintaining faith.
maintaining faith. Okay. Which, let's be clear, isn't about blindly believing without question, right?
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's about actively nurturing that relationship with God, really leaning into the trust that even when things are tough and we can't see the way forward, He's still there, guiding our steps.
It's that deep down confidence that He's got this, even when we don't.
Exactly. And then we've got this idea of helping others, which is kind of interesting when you think about it in the context of suffering.
It's like taking those difficult experiences and using them to fuel our empathy and compassion for others who are going through similar trials.
Precisely. Because none of us are immune to hardship. And just as we receive God's love and grace in those moments, we're called to be that same source of comfort and support for others.
It's about paying it forward, so to speak.
I like that. And finally, we can't forget about perseverance.
Perseverance. That sounds a lot less like relaxing on a beach somewhere and a lot more like, well, hard work.
It definitely takes effort. But it's not about gritting our teeth and just enduring hardship. It's about allowing those challenges to shape us, to refine us, and to deepen our faith.
So we've gone from suffering for Christ, which, let's be honest, sounded a little intimidating at first, to concrete actions we can take and this incredible reminder that we don't have to go through it alone.
Beautifully said. And as you continue to reflect on all of this, I want to leave you with a thought. This idea of finding meaning and growth through our struggles, it's not exclusive to faith. Have there been times in your life, maybe outside of a religious context, when facing a difficult situation ultimately led to unexpected strength, resilience, or even personal growth?
That's a really powerful question to consider. It reminds us that these keys to the kingdom, they have this universal resonance, this ability to impact our lives on a deeply human level.
That's right.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.